m. Same as previous one, in place of x putting m and 1, so that we'll get 2 times m raised to 1 by 2 minus 1 raised to 1 by 2, in which m tends to infinite, gives 2 times infinite raised to 1 by 2 minus 1, and that tends to infinite because infinite minus 1 is infinite, into this finite 2 into constant 2 tends to infinite, and that is why this integral 1 to infinite 1 upon x raised to 1 by 2 dx is, say, dgt. Dgt does mean divergent. So using all these examples results, we can discuss about p-test, and that p-test indicates 1 to infinite 1 upon x raised to p dx is convergent if p greater than 1, is divergent if p less than 1. This is the example. You can consider any number which is less than 1, or this is the example for p is equals to 1, does mean p less than or is equals to 1. So this is what p-test is. Let us see p-test in PPTs, some more examples in PPTs. As we discussed, this is 1 upon x square 1 upon x. Example number 2, in which we are given minus infinite to 0 x e raised to x. This is a function of x, integrand. Lower limit is not defined, 2 up to 0 does mean improper integral. We can convert improper integral into proper integral by considering t tends to minus infinite gives t to 0 x e raised to x. Both are function of x. As multiplication with both of the functions are given, we can use integration by parts over here to integrate that term. So this is what integration by parts of x e raised to x between that t to 0, and that gives that t e raised to t minus 1 plus e raised to t, where t e raised to t, let me explain that t e raised to t is indeterminate form. See, we have minus t e raised to t minus 1 plus e raised to t, where t tends to infinite. If we consider infinite over here, so we will get limit t tends to infinite minus t e raised to t. If you put infinite, you'll get infinite e raised to infinite, say improper integral, that gives limit t tends to infinite e raised to t over 1 upon t. That is the way you can convert improper integral into proper as well as indeterminate form into determinate form, so that we'll get the limit of this term, and that is limit t tends to infinite t upon e raised to minus t 1 upon minus e raised to minus t is equals to 0. So by L'Hospital rule, we can convert indeterminate form into determinate form, and we can evaluate that t e raised to t. I consider 1 upon t. Similarly, we can consider 1 upon e raised to minus t. Does mean that term is 0, and if you put 0 in place of that term, you'll get minus 1. Does mean this improper integral has area is equals to minus 1. Improper integral is said to be convergent. Second example, this is example number 3. But before discussing example number 3, let me talk about improper integral type 2, and then we will continue with those examples. Improper integral type 2. Say we are given a to b f of x dx. When x tends to a, does mean in place of x, if we are putting a, f of x tends to infinite, such that we can say x is equals to a is point of singularity, or we can say that at x is equals to a, function is not defined, at a function is discontinuous function. Considering 0 to 1, 1 upon x dx. See over here, 0 and 1 both are definite limits, constant limits, are not infinite, is not type 1 improper integral. But if we put 0 in place of x, we'll get 1 upon 0, and 1 upon 0 tends to infinite. Does mean when x tends to 0, f of x tends to infinite, and such that x is equals to 0 is point of singularity. At 0 function is not defined. Does mean given integral, in general this one a to b fx dx is improper integral. At lower limit function is not defined. Remember, at a function is not defined. Similarly, if we are given a to b fx dx, and when x tends to b fx tends to infinite, that does mean x is equals to b is point of singularity. At b function is not defined. In previous example, at a function was not defined. Over here at b function is not defined. Let me give you one example. Say 0 to 1 again. Let us consider function as 1 upon x minus 1 dx. If you put 1 in place of x, you'll get 1 upon 1 minus 1, that is 1 upon 0 tends to infinite. Does mean x tends to 1, f of x tends to infinite, and such that x is equals to 1 is point of singularity. Integral is said to be improper integral. In previous example, at a function was not defined. Over here at b function is not defined, and similarly at any point between a and b function is not defined. Let us say c belongs to closed interval a to b. Does mean c lies between a and b, and when x tends to c, f of x tends to infinite. Does mean x is equals to c, where c lies between a and b is point of singularity. These three kind of terms, say integrals, are also said to be improper integrals. In first, a to b fx dx at a function is not defined. This is what geometrical interpretation of that improper integral. Say y is equals to f of x. This is x is equals to a. This is x is equals to b. If we put x is equals to a over here, function is not defined, that's why open circle, and at b function is defined. Similarly, a to b fx dx between x is equals to a and x is equals to b, at b function is not defined, at a function is defined, y is equals to f of x. Say another type of improper integral. And third one, between a to b at any point, say c, function is not defined, and that is y-axis. Let us consider x-axis. X is equals to a line, x is equals to b line. Say this one is x is equals to c line. Consider any function y is equals to f of x, and at c function is not defined, at a function is defined, at b function is defined. This kind of integrals are also said to be improper integral. We are considering those intervals in improper integral type 2 intervals. How to convert those improper integral into proper integral? First, between a to b fx dx, function is not defined. Consider very small number delta. Again y is equals to f of x. I am drawing same graph over there. X is equals to a at a, function is not defined. This is x is equals to b, where function is well defined. Consider very small number delta, very negligible number delta, say where delta tends to 0, which lies after a. If x is 0, then we can consider, and considering an example, if x is equals to 0, we can consider delta as very small number, 0 point many times 0 then 1. So that 0 point many times 0 and 1 is negligible. Consider very small delta after a. We will get a plus delta to be fx dx, where that delta tends to 0. Delta tends to 0, if you remember the concept of limit, it indicates delta gets closer and closer to 0. It never becomes 0. But yes, we are considering delta is 0. So a plus delta to be fx dx. Now this integral is proper integral because at a function was not defined, but now we are considering a plus delta does mean is a proper integral. Same example, say 0 to 1, 1 upon x dx, it becomes 0 plus delta. So over here we are not considering 0, because if you are directly putting 0, you'll get 1 upon 0, that tends to infinite. But 0 plus delta, 0 plus some numbers to 1, does mean now this limit is proper limit, 1 upon x dx, where delta tends to 0, does mean now this integral is proper integral. We can evaluate this integral. Similarly, for second one, between a to b, fx dx, at b function is not defined, y is equals to f of x graph, x is equals to a, function is well defined, at x is equals to b, function is not defined. So consider b minus something. Over here we are considering b plus because we need to consider this region between a to b. That is why considering b minus delta, it becomes a to b minus something. Something does mean delta, very negligible number, b minus delta fx dx, where limit delta tends to 0. So now this integral is proper integral. We can evaluate this integral. Same example, say 0 to 1, 1 upon x minus 1 dx becomes 0 to 1 minus delta, because at 1, if you are putting 1, function is not defined, it tends to infinite. That's why 1 minus something does mean at 1 minus something, function is well defined, 1 minus delta, 1 upon x minus 1 dx, where delta tends to 0. Delta tends to 0 does mean delta gets closer and closer to 0. Very negligible number. Integral is proper integral. We can evaluate that integral. Similarly, if we consider a to b, fx dx, at point C, function is not defined. X is equals to a, x is equals to b, say this is x is equals to c, where function is not defined. Consider a to c minus something and c plus something to b, because at a and b function is well defined. Over here function is well defined, at c function was not defined. That does mean a to c minus something, c plus something to b. See, this is what I mean by limit between a to b fx dx is equals to, at a function is well defined, 2 up to c, but at c function is not defined, say c minus delta fx dx. Similarly, c plus something does mean c plus delta to b, at b function is well defined, fx dx. As we have two deltas, let us consider delta 1 and delta 2, where delta 1 tends to 0 and similarly delta 2 tends to 0. This means proper integral plus proper integral. That is the way we can convert this improper integral into proper integrals. Let us solve some examples of type 2 improper integrals. 0 to 1, 1 upon x dx. When x tends to 0, does mean if you put 0 in place of x, fx 1 upon x tends to infinite, does mean x is equals to 0 is point of singularity. We can consider 0 to 1, 1 upon x dx is equals to 0 plus something, delta, where delta tends to 0 to 1, 1 upon x dx is limit delta tends to 0, integration of 1 upon x, that is log x, between 0 plus delta is delta, to 1 is equals to limit delta tends to 0. As the same as previous one, simple fundas of integration gives log 1 minus log delta, where delta tends to 0, log 1 is 0 minus log 0. Log 0 is not defined, is in fact minus infinite, gives infinite. As area of the integral is not defined, we can say that integral is divergent, dgt. Let us see some PPTs regarding type 2 improper integrals, which we just discussed. See, this is what p test is. 1 upon x raised to p 1 to infinite is convergent if p greater than 1 and is divergent if p less equal 1. Now type 2 improper integral, discontinuous integrals type 2. Suppose f is positive function defined on finite interval, closed interval ab, does mean at b function is not defined, has a vertical asymptote. A new word, asymptote. Asymptote does mean a point say b, where function is not defined. S be the unbounded region under the graph of f and above the x-axis between a and